Okay, so dear Dhamma practitioners, this is our ongoing meditation session. Be comfortable yourself and relax your body. So once we get connected with our other network, we're ready to start the session for today. Okay, so dear Dhamma practitioners, be comfortable yourself and relax your body. Keep your back straight, neck straight in one line and your right palm on your left. So gently close your eyes and bring your attention to this bell sound, and while you're focusing to the sound, mentally relax your body, relax your mind, and relax your breathing with your thoughts. So do nothing extra. Just follow the sound, please. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Homage to the Blessed One, the Exalted One, the fully enlightened One. So, dear Dhamma practitioners, in these ongoing meditation sessions, we mainly try to share some basic information related to meditation practice and help to develop a very clear, good spiritual foundation with your own practice. So when it comes to meditation, it's mainly practice with our own mind. Rather than thinking and developing the thought pattern, so the meditation should be most of time get out of the mental formations, get out of the thought patterns. Because that these thoughts and the space and the ownership, these are the very fundamental qualities of this conventional life. And we believe something following our thoughts, and that thoughts build up a structure, and then they're using that structure, we define our own life, which is just a story. Your life and my life and this life, it's just a story that we build up out of the thoughts. And sometimes we talk about our own history and we don't know what it is, and we don't know how it happened. And sometimes there's nothing happen like that. but still we are the one who mold, we are the one who shape, we are the one who develop that thought again and again, again and again. So then when it comes to meditation, it will help you to detach your mind from that thought, because there is a deeper attachment that we carry with us regarding these thought patterns. We are addicted to thoughts. Why? Because that thought related to our memory, our past, and that past related to story. That story itself build us a kind of like energy. And that energy is very necessary for us to drive this life, which we call it libido. So libido is a kind of like come out of it's another way it called the raga, or the lust, and it builds us to have the desire or the passion, and that is what take us from inside to outside. So the very nature of the libido or the energy or the desire or the lust, it always take you, it move you from subject to object. And not only that, that movement itself creates some kind of feelings inside us, and that feelings give us it's a kind of like that feeling mesmerizes us. And not only that, and then it itself, it has power to that feeling has a kind of it's kind of like a ground. It has power to create the desire more and more and more. That's the very principal behavior of the raga or the lust or the passion. And developing this driving nature. So this all arises with the thoughts. But we have to remember that it's not come out of kind of like nothing. Because the suffering is real. There is somebody suffer. If this everything is nothing, then who going to attain to the liberation? Who going to attain to the nibbana? Who is going to become enlightened? So then the thing is this, there is a way this nothingness, this just thoughts become something. So that is the power of this thinking pattern, because your thinking pattern has ability to make something out of nothing. That's the very, it's kind of like a very crazy nature of mind. Remember that your mind has power to bring something out of nothing. Another way we call it creativity. So then, in the very first level, meditation means you have to little bit settle down and stop this. Why? Because just imagine, in your life, if you look very carefully, very good amount of energy, life, yourself, you sacrifice, you spend so much time for this thinking. And it's kind of like developing this past and the future, the concept that we again and again and again. So then the present moment itself, it's kind of like giving you opportunity to make this time profitable. So then the very first thing then you have to do, look closely. So this is a technique, another technique you have to remember when you practice. That what you see as something is a mental image came out of the stories that we carry regarding the world. Remember that. Whatever the mental image is not maybe the truth. It's but representing something. So then, just imagine that if you ask, what is the color of the apple? And maybe you can say red or green. But that is only outer layer. Because when you cut it, it's something else. So then we see something, but it's not the complete truth there. And look at this electricity. It gives the light. But it gives the light in deeply, it changing. And it look like solid, but it deeply vibrating, breaking and arising, breaking and arising. But we don't see this. So like that in this conventional life, what we see, why we can't see it that way? Because when it appears, this our thought pattern, our concept that we carry regarding the world hold us to that image. So meditation is one thing that always you have to remember. Look closer. Come closer to it and look. So when you come closer, what will happen when just imagine regarding the sensation? Because that whatever the story we experience in with the time and space. So then when you change that story anymore not going to be there. So that's why when you closely observe, you're going to recognize there's something. So then always remember this. In everything, try to catch it and keep it and absorb to yourself. In everything, there is hidden secret nature. In everything. You may not going to see it. And look at a tree. And as a tree, whole picture, you see something, but when you go closer, 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 that image disappears. Then something else appears, which you never saw. It's there. And when you go closer, closer, that also disappears, then something else appears. And then you go close to the leaves, and then when you come closer to the leaves, that all the branches and everything disappear. And when you go deeper into the leaves, and then something else appears. So like that in this everything. So always that we develop the life with this outside layer. So then practicing meditation means another way, rather than getting attached to this outside layer or the face value, you go very closer and start to look deeply. And when you look it, that whatever that you see, you not become a bias to your moment of experience. That is the vipassana. So when you observe something, when you experience something, you don't get disturbed, you don't become a bias, or you don't get caught up on that moment of experience. You don't develop concept out of the moment of experience. So the mind become free, but your experience happen. And that is where you can observe it from any angle, and you can challenge for that experience. And that is where you're going to get out of this layer. And that is where you find that the secret behind this outside layer. In everything, whatever appear is, whatever look like, it's not there. It's something. It's something. And the thing is, that thought concept or the idea only in our head, that whatever the object, it doesn't care about it. It doesn't have a name or form for itself. It holds into that fundamental properties of that arising itself, and that's it. But the thing is, in our mind, when we hold that concept deeply, and regarding the past, regarding the future, even then regarding the present moment, sometimes our present moment also can become a concept. Our present moment also can become kind of like a story. So otherwise, that there is something beyond this experience, and sometimes we miss it. And so far in our life, we miss it a lot. Just imagine, there are certain things that doesn't work with the concept or the thoughts or the ideas. As example, what color is your mind? And when you inhale, exhale, you are breathing, how old you are breathing. And when it comes to pain, maybe the pain on your knee, shoulder, back, head, is it a male or female pain? You can't. It doesn't go with that concept. See, that's mean that concept has limits which hold it to this conventional life. So then when we go with that, we feel okay, we feel comfortable, we feel kind of like we're doing something. But still, of course, we're doing something, we experience something, There's no doubt about it. But the thing is, we're missing something which we don't know, we don't see, we don't understand. So then just imagine, when you experience something, of course, for that moment, it is real for you, you experience it. But if you miss something in that very moment, that moment of experience not going to become complete. So that incompletion is the very nature of this conventional life. This incompletion is the drive force always. The incompletion is the beginning of the desire, the incompletion of the energy of driving force, that or the raga or the lust, or this incompletion is the mechanism of libido. So why then it not become complete? Because the concept or the thought or the ideas or the imaginations itself is the barrier. So then just imagine the imagination itself. When the imagination becomes the foundation of our life, that means when you think about your future with the imagination, what happens? So that future, what you think about itself, incomplete. So in that incompletion, we keep trying, keep trying, keep trying. And the moment of satisfaction, we hold it to that again and again and again. It needs to keep going. There is no end. So that nature, if you understand, you will recognize. You're not bound to this imagination, or you're not bound to just the thoughts. It's hard sometimes, because when everybody let go us, when everybody, leave us, and when no one around us, when nothing around us, we live with our thoughts. And this everything, in this sansaric journey, we used to bring these thoughts with us. Like the shadow never leave, it always used to be behind us. So then how you can let go this? But that is the very nature. That's why we keep going, because of the thoughts. But once you drop it, once you withdraw from this imagination, once you withdraw from the thoughts, then you're going to see something behind it. So that itself not going to disturb you, or kind of like going to make you especially comfortable. It itself doesn't have any meaning to be with you. This everything same, this anything, just imagine this any material things. Itself doesn't have any meaning, any purpose to be with you. But your mind, hold this everything. It should be this way, this way, this way. I want this, I want that, like that. When the day you understand that, you are capable to free from, we try to free from the objects. But here, you have to be free from most of the thoughts. Not all the thoughts. Whatever profitable, then you have to keep that. You can't just come to the very blank state of mind. No, there are some thoughts we have to from the beginning. So that thought need to be profitable. So then when you spend the time, always look yourself. It's just we caught up on the story. Oh, is it profitable for us? Is it connected to the reality? So out of this thought, out of this story, can you become a better person? So in that way, even though it is a story, it will help you to change. So rather than we develop the story to be the same, if you develop the story, if you use the story to become more better, then you will see day by day, you slowly come towards the clarity. So then how you know you're becoming better? That's one of the things we have to understand ourselves. On the surface level, we can't see. But in the deeper level, you can see if you become better. How? When you're capable to see your own mind, then you should know. When the thoughts arise deeply in you, if you are capable to recognize the very root level from where this thought arises, then you know your clarity regarding your own mind work. So that is why you can see this mechanism. The lust bring all the dust to us. That is the kind of like a gravity. So then why that lust happens? Incompletion. Why that incompletion? Imagination, thoughts. While you experience something, you bring thoughts. While you experience something, you bring thoughts. So then try to experience something without thinking anything else. And then you will see, even in this very conventional life, you are tuning to, you start to experience something. Even just drinking a cup of tea or just a glass of water, or having shower. And you know, a lot of people, averagely, like now in the winter time come most of time, some people 45 minutes, 1 hour, having shower. So while you're having shower, most of time, where your mind? You thinking. You thinking. In this life, most of time for most of people, only 2 places make you kind of like you have your own space. One is your bed, other one is in your bathroom, your toilet seat. But what happened when you go there? Your mind goes somewhere else. That's become so comfortable place for you to go somewhere. It's kind of like it's a kind of like a toilet seat. It's kind of like a Stargate. Because once you sit there, your mind always, go to many places. And that is the current that we have all day. So then always remember, when you have something, it's so powerful. Remember that. If you are capable to do that, you completely going to experience something. When you do something, don't think about anything else. And so whatever you do, I'm not saying don't do anything. So whatever you do, even you drink a cup of tea coffee, beer, any hard liquor, or anything, if you dancing, or if you hang out with anybody, or if you do anything, just imagine. Without allowing mind go to somewhere, if you can do it, you transform out of that action. In that very moment, you tuning to, you go into another frequency. So that conscious power inside you. But why you can't activate it? Why you can't get into that? Because of thoughts, imagination. So imagination is so powerful. Look at this world day by day, it becomes more complicated. So consumer products become more and more stronger and higher because the power of imagination. But what happened when the power of imagination build up the creation, and out of that, what happens slowly, you lose the real experience. You lose the real experience. So you are the one who developed that. You are the one who developed your own barriers to go into that experience. So as example, that out of the imagination, this creation, the machines technology came, one of the best thing that the human mind invent, this cell phone. So now, just imagine now what happens. One of the best in our human life we can experience is communication. Having the human connection and having the communication each other. But what happened now? Our own creation build up a hindrance or the blockages that highest experience. So now even sometimes at home, sometimes people texting and calling each other and communicating. And now this young generation, they can't have real conversation with each other. See that what happens? It's not somebody, it's our own imagination. So then what we can do regarding our future, because our imagination need to be more mindful. And when you imagine, if you recognize it is your imagination, then you're not going to caught up in that concept. That is the only solution. Because in the future now, it becoming more worse. And this artificial intelligence, this ChatGPT is now, is kind of like the beginning, like a baby. So in the future, this human, the creation going to bring more and more and more machines technology. It looked like real properties. It looked like real material things, but it is not that just a material. It has ability to completely go into deeper your nerve system, your brain, your emotions, and hack it, and according to that, it has ability to control you. So as example, if I am not capable to handle this cup, so this cup has an intelligent system, not allow me to grab it and take it. So I need to fulfill certain qualities, criteria, and certain rules, regulations to handle this cup. Otherwise, this cup itself not allow me to use this. So like that, if you don't have the license in the future, maybe you can't get into a car because the car itself know you are capable to drive or not. So that is the next thing keep coming. But the thing is this, how it know that? It start to absorb, it start to track, it start to recognize this, your imagination, your thought pattern. So it also built by that human imagination. But the thing is, sometimes whatever our own imagination become a barrier to our own development. So once it happened like that way, who is responsible? So you are responsible. So then what you need to do within your lifetime, it is your responsibility to get out of this imagination, get out of this unprofitable creation, get out of this, the very old story or the concept that we carry within us, and make it profitable and bring the change to yourself and develop your own inside life. So one thing is, you can withdraw little by little lust or the fashion, or it will help you to reduce the power of the desire. Otherwise, what will happen? Because when you develop the desire, and when you go with, oh, I like this, I like this, I like this, I want this, I want this. And if anybody like that, you give it to that person like that way, what will happen? So by the time that whatever the lust always going to invite dvesha. So the dvesha means the anger, hatred, envy. So that is the very nature of the desire. So why then the world so much corrupted, and why this everywhere this anger so strong now? Not because the anger, because in the beginning we developed the desire. So now we experience the anger, but we are the one who is responsible. So then when the desire develop, everybody appreciate that, everybody like it, everybody enjoy it. Oh, nice, nice, beautiful, I like it. But how now it like a boomerang, and turn back and invite the anger, and hate each other, fight each other, kill each other. Now then we have the fear. So this is what the worldly nature. So then always you have to remember, there is something, as I mentioned, some secret inside everything that which you don't see. So then that whatever the lust, whatever the beauty, or whatever the kind of like bring the fashion, or whatever kind of like make you try to take you from inside to outside, whatever the libido that push you forward with this life, remember, behind this deeper anger or the hatred or the jealousy or the very ugly something hide. That's the nature. So once you know that, you don't get disturbed out of it, because you know it. That itself make you free from suffering, or that itself make you free from getting tangled with things. Because otherwise you think, oh, it is so nice. Then you already build up the concept about it is nice, and you don't see it's come out of your thought. and then later that nice environment brings something very ugly, then you get disappointed. Oh, I thought it is so nice. Why it like this? It's not like that. So then become free from your concept. And let the world to be the world. Don't make it your world. Because if you try to make it your world, the world going to become so mess, corrupted, and it's going to become kind of like a hell. Why? Because inside us, that is what we have. So then let the world to be the world. And try to withdraw from it. Don't take this as, this is my world. This is my nation. Oh, this is my family. Oh, this is my country. Don't take it like it's a story. That's why it's a story to maintain the soul. So if you go kill somebody, stealing from somebody, and you get punished. But if you go behalf of your country and kill somebody, you get reward. See, this is a story, this bigger story help you to survive doing all these things, but for you, you can't do that. For the country, oh, you can do. For the religion, oh, for the God, oh, for the Buddha, oh, you can do that. But for you, you can't. Stealing. A lot of countries is stealing from other countries. But if you go and do it from somebody, no, you can't do. But for the country, you can do that. Telling lies. A lot of leaders, you can't tell lies. Oh, we say, don't tell lies. You know, oh, children, don't tell lies. You know, we teach children. But the leaders, behalf of the entire country, they go outside, they tell lies. Ah, that's good. And you clap. Oh, beautiful. Very well done, well done. You know, he's a very good president. And when they go out and behalf of your country, they kill others, and you appreciate, oh, that president is very good. See? That's how who we are. You know, for our own religion, if they go, you know, and kill somebody for our own religion, for our protection, oh, we say, that's very good. Give an award, certificate, medal. Why? Did for the country. So, but when it comes to that, for you yourself, it's not going to work like that. You are just caught up on that mental state. So then you are responsible. So whatever that you do. So then always remember yourself. Don't get into that story. So we are the one who empower that story. So then don't empower that story. It is not good. You are the one who going to, you know, pay for that one day. You are responsible for that. That is what happens. So then yourself remember, for your children, give the real life. Don't give the stories. Don't give the imagination, give the experience. Don't show the fantasy, show the reality. Because that is where the wisdom arises. For then yourself also the same. When you see the story, don't keep going with it. When you see your own imagination, don't keep going with it. Withdraw from it. Withdrawing power is the unplugging yourself, is the strength that you develop. And when the desire arises, you don't caught up in that current. Because remember, it's going to take you to something. And then you withdraw from it. Otherwise, you will go again and again in the same place. So this unplugging nature is very important if you want to move forward. Unplug whatever the things that make barriers and caught up you in that imagination, hold you to story, you have to unplug. So there were 4 friends. One day in the evening, they got drunk. And they had to cross the river to go into the other side of their homes. So it was dark and they are drunken. And they get into the boat and start to ride. And they work so hard and sweating, ride. And now all the alcohol became the sweat and went through sweating. And so, but still they didn't reach to the other side. And then slowly that the darkness disappeared. The whole night they keep trying. And then by the morning, when they feel normal, they forget to untie the boat. So same thing in us also. We practice, we work hard, and we go place to place, we read books, we listen to talks, and we go to workshops and seminars. We spend so much money. We spend most of our valuable time, and we spend our life, we spend our energy, but we forget to untie the boat. And we keep going the same place. So that means the same story, same imagination. So the same desire. So even we don't know, it is just a thought. So with that, let's get into practice a little bit. So your right palm on your left and neck hit straight in one line and be comfortable with your posture. So bring attention to your body and scan head to toes yourself and say Sopatveva or may I be well and happy 3 times. Take a moment and think. We gathered here in this moment to practice this ancient meditation technique. All the Buddhas, all the enlightened masters followed this path and achieved wisdom. So we also gathered here to accumulate that knowledge. In this moment with this sitting, may my body become more comfortable, may my breath be more smooth, may no difficulties come to me. May all the success come to me. Also think for a moment, this is the last moment we're spending in this very lifetime, and detach your mind from all your past memories and as well as any kind of future thoughts. Just try to remain in the present moment, observing the sensation of your inhalation and exhalation. So in the beginning, deeply and gently, breathe in, breathe out 3 times and find the sensation, please. So bring attention to your inhalation and exhalation. So don't disturb it. Just allow it to happen naturally itself as it is. And when it happens again and again, recognize it. If your mind go here and there, bring it back. Do nothing extra. Bring your attention to your body, please. Observe your posture. We cultivate loving kindness and compassion in our heart and radiate it as a light through entire your compound, village, city, state, country, world, around this universe. Also as far as you can through galaxies, other planets, stars. Reminding yourself like this. With clear intention, mentally repeat after me. May all living beings in this universe be well and happy. May everyone be happy and safe. And may their hearts be filled with joy. May all living beings live in security and in peace. Beings who are frail or strong, tall or short, big or small, visible or not visible, near or far away, already born or yet to be born. May all of them dwell in perfect tranquility. Let no one do harm to anyone. Let no one put the life of anyone in danger. Let no one out of anger or ill will wish anyone any harm. Expand the loving kindness and compassion beginning from your heart. Forward. Visualize yourself and send it as a light. To your backside. To your left side. And to your right side. Downward. And upward. To all 6 directions at once, like the moon, the sun, spread the light, spread the energy, without any condition, without any limitation, without any resistance or without any judgment. Let your heart to shine with the loving kindness and compassion from the bottom of it, with the maximum effort to the highest. Wishing yourself, may all living beings in this universe be well and happy. Say sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. So first of all, we offer this practice to the great qualities of the Buddha, Dhamma and the Sangha. Also by the power of this meritorious deed, may all of us attain to the supreme bliss of Nibbana. May all your guardian angels and deities will receive these merits and increase their longevity and protect all of you from any kind of planetary influences or any ill effects. Tavtachami sampadam punya sampadam sabbe devanumodantu sabba sampatti siddhya sabbe bhutanumodantu sabba sampatti siddhya sabbe sattanumodantu sabba sampatti siddhya imaya dhammanudhamma patipattiya buddham pujemi dhammam pujemi sangham pujemi Attaya imaya patipattiya jati jara vyadhi maranam paribunjisami idamme punya kammang asavakkaya vahang hotu sabba dukkha pamunchatu. Bless you.